We've all thought about telling the boss to go shove it, but actually what is the best way to resign? In the last episode we talked about getting a bad review, and if all else fails then you're going to want to move on. So let's think about how you should resign. Really three things: how you make the decision, the timing, and then actually the execution. So first of all, the decision. Now, you must remember that a decision made in haste here could have huge implications for you for a long time. But if you're really in the wrong place, that's not good for you either. You really need to get yourself clearly somewhere where you more feel comfortable and where you're contributing. So before you resign, ask yourself this one simple question: am I running away or am I running to something new? And if you're running to something new, then you're fine, and that's a good thing to do. But if you're running away, then you're probably going to find it's not going to be any better than where you are now. You're not dealing with a real problem. Now look, some people play games and they resign as a threat. I don't think that's a smart thing to do, and actually threateners always end up leaving the end because you can only pull that game once. If you're ready to go, then go. And if you're not, then you've really got to talk to your manager about what the real problem is and don't try and hide it within a resignation. Okay, number two, timing. Having made the decision to go, timing is key. Typically the things people worry here about are financial implications. When is the payday? Do I have shares or options that are vesting? What about my healthcare? I might have expenses that have yet to be paid out that I need to be paid out. So typically they're financial, but there are some other ones to consider as well. You may be completing a large project or doing a task, and that might look good on your resume, and you may really want to finish that before resigning. You should also consider vacation owed, and whether you're going to ask for those days to be included in as money or you're actually going to take them. One good reason, by the way, for taking them is to give you some time between the two jobs to decompress and get yourself ready for your new career. Okay, third, execution. Always attempt to part as friends and do everything you can in the most professional way. That's advice for everything you do. So don't say or do anything you'd regret later, regardless of how much you want to do that. Firstly, it's not worth it. And secondly, remember, you may have some of that vacation and expenses you need paid out. You may need those shares vesting. You don't want to make it difficult for yourself. Give a sensible amount of time is also key for your notice. Now, for some of you, it may be contractual, but for others, 2 weeks or 4 weeks may make sense for your business. But you do need to be clear about your expectation of your last date, and don't let it hang at the end of the meeting. So even if your boss doesn't want to accept your resignation, you should be clear about when your last day is. Well, the bottom line here is it's always better to part as friends than enemies. We live in a small world and you never know who you're going to run into where or when.